I know it feels like it's been a long time, mainly because it has, but Lights Out is back and black and ready for action, baby, because we got a lot to discuss today. We got Smash Factor coming up, and overall, it's just great to have the band back together. Rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated, like a BBL in Miami. Boys, great to have you back. How are we feeling today?
Not it.
Yeah, how are we feeling today, EE? Not it.
Okay, I mean, I'm feeling fantastic, to be quite honest with you. I'm doing this coming straight from the gym. I sat down, turned on my computer, made sure you two gyms were available. It was perfect timing. And also, I'm looking forward to Smash Factor this weekend coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a couple things to digest from last weekend as well. Talk some movies as well. Maybe some social stuff as well. And yeah, I mean, shit, bro. It's just good to be back with the squad. That's, my vibes are immaculate, and I'm at an all-time high right now without the use of paraphernalia.
Damn. Well,
that is
what?
Big word.
That is.
I can't spell it, but I can say it.
Great. That sounds great. I'm doing well too.
Good.
I'm doing great. I mean, I've been doing a lot.
Time you played Smash, like?
Just now.
Really?
Yeah, I actually
yeah, a lesson.
I mean, are we gonna dive into me real quick? Is that what we're doing?
The show is called Lights Out.
All right. Well, my life has been busy, as this whole year has my life been busy. I just got back yesterday from my anniversary getaway, so that was nice. We hit a year anniversary, and
congratulations! That's awesome.
Thank you. We went to New Hampshire. Wow. And we did a lot, honestly. Nice kayaking down the river, stuff like that. I had a hot tub in my room. That was sick. That was real nice. Just a peaceful time, peaceful getaway. Hey, you ever have a hot tub in your room? That shit is nice. I watched the whole movie in that thing. Madagascar never felt so good.
You actually just made me realize that my anniversary is in 5 days.
You should have realized it earlier.
Yeah, buddy.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, bro. But
take her to Smash Factor
in Mexico.
Yeah, take her to Smash Factor. She'll love it.
That's what always happens.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what you said?
I didn't realize I had anniversaries in Mexico.
What does that mean? Another year we survived.
Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, the anniversary is nice. I've been really busy, and I've just kind of been thinking about life stuff a lot lately. Because, we go through these phases when we play Smash. It's like every so often you're in and then you're out. And I really wanted to be in this year, but I feel like I haven't really been in this year just because a lot of life stuff took place that I'm still dealing with. But things are on the up and up. And I told myself that this week I'm going to start getting back into it full time. So I'm hoping to be ready for Smash Factor. But no matter what, I'm going to start traveling for events again, like my regionals, like going to tri-state events and all that. Going to be doing a lot of that again. I've also started being more productive as of last week. I started coaching again. I've been coaching for about a week now, 11 days. Been coaching for 11 days now. Business has been really good, actually. So, yeah. So if people want to get lessons with me, I'm open for it. It's been really good. I just did like 3 lessons before doing the podcast right now. So I've just been trying to stay productive, keep at Smash, and yeah. That's pretty much it for me.
Where can people find you to do lessons?
Exactly.
You could find me on Medify. Is it .gg? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it is.
For God's sakes, we were partnered with them for a year.
They dropped us, I dropped them, but now I'm back. Yeah, it's medify.gg/lights21. And yeah, I'm a good coach. At least I like to think so. And that's what everyone else has been saying. So
I can confirm too, because I've gotten a lesson from Light myself in secret.
You did get a lesson. Did you ever post that video?
Did I?
Let's not talk about Cosmos and posting videos. Okay.
Hey, I post videos. I made that just record podcasts.
Bro, he booked a lesson from me, and I told him. I literally I think really quickly into the lesson, I was like, Cosmos? That's like,
yeah, you said 5 minutes into the lesson, and then 10 minutes into the lesson, you were like, hold up, I gotta go do something real quick. And then you called me and I didn't answer.
Yeah, bro. I fucking do. I just know when it's you, bro. But yeah, long story short, life has been good. And I'm trying to make it better. Trying to stop being fat. That's the hard part. And then trying to proceed with Smash, you know?
Well, personally, that's way better than what I thought you were.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Hello? Hello?
You're literally muted on Discord.
Hello?
There you go.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Sorry. That was weird. Basically, what I was gonna say is that is really good. It's kind of the opposite of what I was gonna expect. I thought you were gonna go on some depressing tyrant, and let us know like you're just always just day by day. But now it's good to hear you're back.
Wait. Why did you expect that?
I don't know.
For what reason?
You just said that you have an issue.
I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be another homeless arc.
Soon, not yet.
Okay, all right, good enough. Well, Cosmos, besides forgetting your anniversary is in 5 days, what's new with you?
Nothing new with me. I'm doing the same old. Things going well. Still doing content. Got Smash Factor this weekend. It's been a while.
See,
so it's gonna be very interesting. And yeah, for me, like I pretty much stopped making Smash content entirely. I don't remember the last time I made like a Smash video. I think it's been over a year now. And funny enough, as soon as I stopped, like my content's been doing very, very, very well recently. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, there's a lot of content for me to make. I'm very excited about new games coming out that I know y'all won't care about because, you'll care about this because I know that you said that you've been really excited for a Blue Protocol. And then I told you that the game went down because it shut down. And then another game, the same people who like published Riot, Tencent, bought the rights to Blue Protocol. Now it's called Blue Protocol Star Resonance, and that game is actually coming out on Steam this year, and they're having a beta for it in 2 days. So if you're interested, you can jam it.
I can't keep hoping.
It's coming out, I promise. But yeah, other than that, like games like that, I'm excited for games like that. Other gacha games coming out. Yeah, I feel like there's just a lot for me to be excited for, so I'm having a great time.
Gotcha games. I heard somebody refer to it as gotcha slop. What does that mean?
It's because every gotcha game pretty much recycles the same main character and like the same content. So people are like, the game is slop. It's not a good game. Which I mean, they're right. The game is slop, but I just love slop.
Don't we all? Don't we all, boys?
Well,
that's good to hear. That's great to hear. You know, I got no problems with that. With that. So I mean, this is a Smash podcast. I guess we should talk a little bit of Smash.
I mean, a lot's gone on.
A lot has gone on. I mean, we didn't have a show after GAML for reasons. But we are gonna. But you know what, GAML, that was almost par for the course. Crazy losers run from Sparg0. Who's surprised about that, right?
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about more is that B tier that just passed.
You're vindicated. Are we talking about the Sparg0 plant?
Bro, honestly,
talk to him like
Sparg0 beat MKLeo and Sparg0 beat Sonix with plant. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Leo went Byleth to save himself the embarrassment of losing with Joker, because there are people who do that shit. I have friends who do that shit. Like when you guys ever, Cosmos, do you ever counter pick, or you ever play versus one of your friends you're way better than, and you play another character and then they play another character just so they're not embarrassed when they lose with their main?
Yeah.
That's what
crazy.
Yeah, that's what Leo did, bro.
That's disrespectful.
Leo was like, I'm gonna go Byleth because if I lose with Joker with this plan, I can't, you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
What was Sonix's excuse?
Bro, I have DMs with Sonix laughing at me about losing the plant.
Please share those with the group so we can include this with the podcast. I'm playing the last game of Game 5 Grand Finals right now.
Bro, and you know what? My favorite part about it is all this time, everyone's been fucking talking about how this plant is like not real.
Mhm.
And at Gommel, I played with this plant for 4 hours. I've been practicing, putting in the work because I know this plant is real. I ain't sleeping on shit. And I've been beating the plant. By the end of that session, I was rotating on the plant and the cloud. So I'm ready. I've been making sure. I respect Sparg0. I'm ready for that shit. But these guys, they were sleeping. So they deserve it, honestly.
Yeah, it was kind of like, it started out as like almost like a meme, like, haha, Sparg0's just that good. He's going to beat you with anyone. And now it's like Sparg0 really is just that good. He can beat you with anyone. Like this isn't like, I'm a little surprised at the performance to beat Sonix 2 times in winners finals and in grand finals with Plant. But like, he won that tournament in Europe with like a good majority of Plant as well. Like, it seems like there's only a couple of matchups he'll kind of like, stray away from using Plant for. But
there were some weird interactions. There were some really weird interactions in the Plant Sonic matchup.
The jab thing. Did you see the jab thing?
Yes, the jab was consistently stopping the Sonic spin dash, obviously, and that was weird as fuck, right? Because I saw people talk about it on Twitter. They're like, "Does every rapid hit do that? Like every multi jab rapid hit?" And people were like, "Yeah, every jab does that." I'm like, "No, shut the fuck up!" Like, they do that, but like the chances of them doing that is way less than the chances of like it actually working. Usually you're just gonna get spin dash, but like Sparg0 hit it like 4 times in a row. That was crazy. And then I was surprised that Patui was fast enough. Like when Sonic hits Plant with spin dash, I'm surprised that the Patui was fast enough to hit him before like Sonic like rode past it, Like there were a lot of weird interactions that I was like, this is obviously a matchup check, but like this is still like crazy to me,
I think it goes to show you, and I tweeted this. I said that I feel like in certain regards, the meta, there's still room to be fleshed out. Like one thing I think is crazy about this, and you two can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but isn't it fair to say that Plant has always had potential because he's technically a DLC character? People forget about that. He's technically DLC.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, if I'm being real with you, every character in this game has some bullshit. So like people like being good with Plant is really not that surprising to me because every character has some bullshit in this game. Like top players struggle to remember matchups they've played before due to the fact that there's 80 something matchups in the game. So lower tier character doing good doesn't really surprise me. There's no like extreme. There are like obviously like Little Mac or some shit, but even Little Mac has shit, right? Like every character has something in this game. There's no terrible character in this game.
Well,
yeah, I mean, Sparg0's really good. Plant is not a good character. I don't care what people say. Plant is not a good character. Sparg0's very good, and he's very good at making characters look very good. And I've lost to Plant before. I lost like Plant to like a couple years ago. I think Lucky
Midwest
Plant. Yeah, I lost to Lucky, and I realized that sometimes it's just like a character has bullshit that you're not ready for, even if you know what the bullshit is sometimes. Sometimes you can see, okay, I've seen Plant do this to I've seen Plant do this to MKLeo or Sonix. And then there's going to be another top player, like, I don't know, DeBuzz one day playing against Sparg0. He goes Plant. Well, Sparg0 probably won't need to go Plant. Like anybody else that Sparg0 goes Plant again will get hit by the gimmick the first time because it's much different seeing it happen versus experiencing it playing against it for the first time. Like the whole thing with the Patui or the spike ball, it going up. I literally saw Sonic that entire last game not try to do anything about it when like there is like clear counterplay to it, like you just grab it and use your grab and vulnerability to like immediately. But it's like that's something that you can see and be like, oh, I know that this is what I should do. But whenever you play against it for the first time, it's a lot scarier because it's foreign to you. And Plant is something that's foreign. So I don't think Plant is necessarily a great character, but I do think like Plant's not a bad character. Plant, because obviously like he has things like that can be used as gimmicks and has more gimmicks than a lot of characters. But just the fact that Plant is beating people like that doesn't necessarily mean, or Plant is DLC technically doesn't necessarily mean that like he is a good character. He does have room for improvement in the meta because like every character, like Light said, every character has some bullshit. But at some point, Sonix is gonna grind the Plant matchup. I doubt he grinded the Plant matchup, probably because, like Light said, he was laughing at Light for losing the Plant, clearly showing that he doesn't respect Plant at all. He thought it was gonna be like an easy win, probably, and probably did not expect Sparg0's to ever go Plant against him, especially because last time he beat him with Roy, so he probably expected the Roy this time, preparing for Roy. He saw Plant was thrown off guard. So now he's going to be like, all right, now I have to figure out that I do need to grab him whenever he does Plateau and use my invulnerability and to find all of the other counterplay for it so that he's ready for next time, which is probably what's going to happen. But with that being said, Sparg0's probably going to find another character because that's pretty much what he does against Sonix. He just rotates the character roster against him and finds something that Sonix isn't ready for. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why Sparg0 always does well against Sonix.
What I will say is like, I agree that he has gimmicks, right? Because he's like a mid-tier with like gimmicky mix-ups. However, the gimmicks are a lot less like the gimmicks are weird with Plant, and this is another example of why Plant, like just characters in Smash, are just really good no matter what. He struggles with horizontal, like getting in horizontally. Like his neutral, like horizontal is not that good. You can beat Plant by walling him out and just keeping him out. He doesn't have a lot of approach options, and he has very linear options off the ledge. That's the thing I've realized the most. Like if you just sit slightly away from the ledge, he doesn't have a lot of good options to get off ledge. He's usually going to jump, but he's kind of like Luigi in the sense where like him jumping doesn't really mean much, you know? So like that's where he struggles. But the thing is, his combos are not gimmicks. Like he can do like he can do down throw into up air strings. His up air kills characters at like 120, which is kind of insane for Plant because he has a really good up air. I think the up air might be as disjoint as well. Every character with a spinning nair has a good nair. Like every character. That is a solid nair. But Tui is a very good option. It catches a lot of things off. Like he has legitimate options. And that's just the thing about Smash Ultimate. It's like, I agree with you. The character's not broken or anything, but that's just how Smash Ultimate is. Like you could just be playing a mid tier or a low tier, and this character got fucked up mix-ups. No one wants to fight DDD when DDD has you at ledge and he throws Gordo, you know? But like that's just the thing that sucks about Ultimate, because it's like, you just have to know all this shit, you know? And a lot of people might say like that's like just like the beauty of Ultimate, but I think that's what makes the game more inconsistent, if anything, because in every other game, even Smash games, if you're fighting a mid tier and I'm playing Diddy Kong in Smash 4, you're not winning, you know? Like it's just crazy. That's one thing I don't like about Ultimate.
Yeah, and it's like there's a lot of gimmicks that Plant specifically has, like the Tui thing that I mentioned, his down special when he goes into the pot. Most people don't even know how to deal with that. Most people don't even know that it has invincibility, or not invincibility, super armor when you try to hit it, like he's still in there because he's in the pot. Even the little poison screen, I saw Sparg0, the way he was using it is like whenever he was off stage, and people were like on ledge because they know that Plant has a generally good recovery. It's hard to hit him out of his recovery because it covers his entire body. People try to stay at ledge. So what he'll do is he'll put the smoke screen at ledge, and it'll make them feel like they can't really be there. So it's almost like either they feel like they can just they have to take the damage and be at ledge, or they give up the space and then Sparg0's able to come back to stage for free. So there's a lot of things like that a lot of characters have that you don't even realize until you play against the character and realize that that's what they're doing. So that's something that like Sparg0 is definitely going to be able to exploit this for a while, because the only other Plant I know of is in Japan. And I don't even think he goes to that many things or does that well that often. I know that he got Lumarank Player of the Month one time. I think it was Brood. I'm not entirely sure, but he got Lumarank Player of the Month. And then, but that was the first time I even heard about him. So most people just don't really know what plant does, and they're not really going to know how to play against plant because there's not going to be a plant on the same level as Sparg0 that you can just practice with.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like the gimmick isn't going to last much longer because he doesn't really need to use it, if that makes sense. Like, he doesn't need to use it, and then the people he's using it versus like are top players, so like they're going to figure it out pretty quick. But so like I don't know. I don't know if it's going to last, but it's definitely like a solid option. I know personally for me, my problem at this point, I don't think is the plant. My problem is the fact that he's going to be rotating plant and cloud on me. So like I'm going to have to remember how to fight the cloud and then fight the plant. That's annoying because me and Sparg0 were talking about it. That might actually be an even matchup for plant. And that really pisses me off because
Fox and plant?
Yes, it might actually be even. Like I know a lot of plants counter, like how to counter plant now, but like, holy fuck, like Patui is like one of the best options versus Fox ever because like Fox loves to fair and dare off ledge and it just destroys both of those options. It's like things like that are just so polarizing, and like he has good interactions on Fox and can kill him at 60 to like 80 consistently. So like it is frustrating, but like. So yeah, so I feel like if anyone would struggle the most with it, it's going to be me, and I can confidently say I'm not sure I will. But I think people
also very good against brawlers specifically.
Yeah, people who interact with your model.
Well, I know specifically last time Cosmos that you fought Sparg0, you beat him.
Oh yeah, he 100% going plant on me. That's probably one of the reasons why he started playing plant. This motherfucker was tired of losing to me. So I hope he run into me at Smash Factor. That's gonna be a fun set, and I know he gonna be laughing.
We're all gonna be laughing, buddy. That's the beautiful part about it.
If you lose, it's gonna be kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie though. Anyone who loses the point is funny at this point.
I mean, he's got a bunch of bodies under his belt at this point, bro. He got like
it's still funny because
all them French.
I was
gyms.
the first.
Yeah, you, Sonix, Leo.
It's gonna be real funny if I beat him. Actually,
every person that loses to plant, I'm just laughing at because they was talking shit. So like it's warranted, you know?
Sure. You're vindicated. I love it for you.
Like Leo lost to the plant. I feel good because Leo lost to me before. No, he lost to what's the Kazu's name from Japan? Rocky?
Rocky. Yeah, that carried Jim.
He lost to Rocky, and then I beat Rocky and lost to Sparg0. So now I thought Leo would make a run at that tournament. Now I don't feel so bad knowing that everyone's losing to the plant now. I'm just saying.
Losing. It's crazy. Sparg0 almost could have been in losers because like I think your bro almost reversed 3-0'd him with Kazuya. Sparg0 won the first two with Corrin, then your bro won the next two. Then Sparg0 switched to Aegis and like two-stocked him. So that was a good switch, actually. But yeah.
I'm trying to see Tweak versus Sparg0 Plant.
That'd be hype.
Yeah, I'm trying to see Tweak Banjo versus Sparg0 Plant.
I'm not trying to see that. I'm not even watching that set, bro. Send me the results.
Well, you don't have to watch that, but I'll tell you what people are going to be watching. Let's talk about Smash Factor. It's coming up this weekend, and a lot of all roads have kind of been leading to this. Mexico's premier event is back in action, and the seating, gentlemen, has a couple people talking, so why don't we join the conversation a little bit too? Can you see it on the screen, by the way?
Shiny mark's kind of high, isn't it?
I was going to say, I think I would move Sparg0 up to 1. that Sparg0 should be 1.
What the fuck is it going to take for Sparg0 to be number 1?
Like, I don't know why Sparg0's not first seed here. Hurt should be 3 and Mia should be 2nd, in my opinion. That's what I would do.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So that's what I would do there. I think Anin is appropriately placed.
Is he? Was Anin at Gommel?
Anin was at Gommel, right? Yeah, Anin did well at Gommel. They got.
What'd he get?
I don't remember. And then Syrup is not. Syrup is the one I think is actually too high.
No, wait. Anin got like 4th.
Yeah, Anin did great.
Anin is not appropriately placed. I ain't gonna lie.
You think they should be higher?
I think Anin should be like freaking 4 or 5.
I think Anin. I think you could give Anin. I think you give Anin 4th or 5th, and no complaints there. I think you could do that technically, yeah.
Yep, I think Gluttony should be higher than me.
But I think you both should be higher than Syrup.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think Leo is too high. I think Leo did really good last tournament, but I think Leo's too high.
Slow your roll, Jim. I think Leo.
I get it. I love Leo, but I still think. Hey, someone said Syrup Farms light. Hey, I beat him the last 2 times. Suck my dick. Anyway, go on.
Blitz that nigga.
Yeah. But anyways, I think Syrup should be higher. I think Leo should be lower. I think Gluto should be higher. But it's like by like these are like 1 spot changes. Sure. So I'm not really gonna complain. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I think this is a pretty solid event. I'm actually super excited for it. You know, I mean, just going to Mexico.
You know, if it's S tier or P tier?
It is S tier. It is an S tier. I think S plus actually. So they just missed P, if I'm not mistaken. They just missed.
Oh, Susu is there.
Yeah.
You familiar with Susu?
Yeah, from Europe. Yeah.
A lot of people talk big on Susu, so a lot of people think that Susu is gonna. I feel like every event I hear Susu at, people think he's gonna top 8.
I mean,
so
Susu is super technical, Steve. Like as far as like being a technical Steve player, yes. Susu is top of the line there. So I actually think 33rd is a disservice to his seeding.
No, I agree with that completely. Definitely interesting. How good is Alandis? I'm not really experienced with it. Like, I know he's a good snake, but I don't know how good, honestly.
There's a little Mexican bias there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Alandis is good, but there's a little Mexican bias there.
I ain't gonna lie.
Ruffalo at 18 and Alandis at 16. I don't know about that.
Like, I thought Alandis being high. Like, I don't know much about Alandis, but I just thought him being higher than Raffalo is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
But I also I respect Raffalo as a player. I think Raffalo is very talented.
Raffalo's cracked.
He's higher than.
So, like, I thought Raffalo would be like a top 16 seed.
It's crazy. I'm 26 seed. That's
definitely it's definitely some questionable things here, but
that's every tournament.
You're higher than Mr. E. I'm honestly surprised about that.
I'm surprised that we're both that low.
Cosmos, I can tell they haven't accepted you as a Mexican yet because you got a big ass American flag next to your name.
And they ain't going nowhere.
They always go back and forth. It's always funny because I feel like both places, the only place that would like to claim me is Japan, because for any American tournament, they put the Mexican flag. They're like, whoa, we don't want this Negro. And then any Mexican tournament, they always put the American flag. So it's like, I mean, to be fair, the States and Mexico are also beefing, so it makes sense. And I'm black,
Bro, fucking Mexico when Cosmos top 8 Smash Factor. And Cosmos top 8 Smash Factor. It's like a Mexican flag next to him.
El Negro! And if I'm on commentary, I got you.
If you don't make top 32, they're giving you the American flag.
Take this shit back to your country, Jim.
There you go. Pack them up. But that's the seeding for the event. It's pretty stacked, obviously, as everybody can see. Predictions. Who do we think's taking it down? I mean, you can say yourself, of course, as well, but I don't know if you know your bracket path or anything like that to anticipate. What do you think?
My bracket path?
Yeah, what do you like? You like it?
My bracket path is pretty par for the course. -2 matchup into -2 matchup. I have Shiny Mark into Mia 4 top 8.
Okay.
Sorry, I got you, bro. I'm going to beat Shiny Mark for you.
Oh, do you play?
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that. It is pretty par for the course. I feel like I always have my worst matchups before top 8. But, I can do it. I mean, I've beat them both before, and I should have beat Shiny Mark last time. But yeah, like I said, I just started getting back into Smash this week. I'm hoping to be ready for Smash Factor, but I'm not going to feel too pressured with what happens, you know? I'm not the type to rush peak results, so I'm going to do my best, but there's always more to come.
Love that. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. You know, as per usual, I'm rooting for Dark Horse Cosmos to get top 8, and I'm rooting for either you or Leo to win the whole thing. And then, you know,
I did get top 8 last match back.
Exactly. That's why I said Dark Horse Cosmos. And then I got other homies who, of course, if they do well, like Sparg0's, Sonix, I won't be mad at either. So good luck to everybody.
On the Pikachu?
Yeah, I am.
I figured.
Ooh, I like that.
100%.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So with that said, let's move on to some other business. Well, you might have seen this actually yesterday. If you didn't, actually, Mang0 actually came back and gave an update on how he's doing. And I'm going to play this. It's a 16-second excerpt. So I'm going to play this on stream. And you guys can listen to it real quick. Looks good right there. Skin is definitely in an appropriate place. I'll give him some credit for that. So I'm going to play this real quick, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Nothing crazy.
Tournaments for a year, which
damn it. Oh. Old.
I am banned from Melee tournaments for a year, which again I think is fine. I'm okay with it, and if I wasn't, it's not like it matters. And again, I think if you're a Mang0 fan, I'd appreciate just nobody harass the TOs.
All right, well, there you go. So Mang0 gives an update. He said a lot. This stream was like an hour long, but like one of the big things in there, which I just played for you guys, was he's banned from Melee tournaments for a year. He did mention there is a possibility of like talking to the TOs and maybe revisiting in like 6 months to check in on the situation. But I'm happy. I watched that stream. I watched it from start to finish. He mentioned the fact obviously like a lot of sad portions of it the first couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? But then he started getting himself together, and he said despite, one thing after another, getting banned from tournaments, losing his sponsorship, getting his Twitch channel banned for a week, he was like, found the will to keep going, a lot of family time investing. He's realizing something a lot of people probably haven't. You can be so productive without alcohol in your life. It's amazing. You can get so much done. You can still enjoy goofy things like baseball games and bowling. So kudos to Mang0. We're very happy to hear that he is, of course, getting himself in order. And that's what you want to see. He said it in his stream, I saw the same thing. People making comments on Twitter, trying to get free likes and free dunks. Just basic cornballs, okay, who are probably out there paying for pussy, okay? These are the type of people you don't ever worry yourself about. You got to stay focused, recognize your fuck up, and then correct the behavior. And that's what I like to see that Mang0 is doing. Said he is going to come back to streaming in 3 weeks to a month. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to give a shout out to Mang0 because I am happy to hear that he did not decide to just, give up. He's like, you know what? I'm fucked up. I'm correct the behavior. I'm gonna get off alcohol, better myself. And I agreed with one comment he specifically made in that stream. He says, I'm not a bad person. I've known this guy for several years. Actually, what's a decade? Is that 10 years?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. So what's 15 years?
A decade and a half.
I've known this guy for a decade and a half. He is not a bad guy. I might be bad at math, but he's not a bad guy. So shout out to
I've known
Mang0.
this guy for 15 years.
I should have a lot of this thing. I should have been like a century.
I've known this man for, wait, that's a long time. That's like 50 years.
No, it's just 17 years, Phil.
Oh. No, that's not right. That's not right.
Oh, it's right.
No, that's not right.
You're not right in the head.
I'm getting trolled right there. I'm getting trolled. Wow. What do you think about a year ban for Mang0 though? You think that's fair, too long, just right, too short? What do you think?
Mang0's might go. I'm not gonna act like he's not. So
Homie.
if there's any semblance of him coming back, then I think that's good for him and his community because that community will be dead by next week without him. And it's definitely. I'm not going to speak too much on it. It's definitely biased.
Okay.
It's definitely super biased. That you got to. I'm happy it's biased. Don't get me wrong, but the only reason I say it's biased is because our community really doesn't know how to ban, and our community doesn't know how to ban people properly. If that makes sense, our community will permaban people for shit they just don't want to deal with. So I'm happy that they saw Mang0 and actually banned him, I guess, accordingly, you can say, because there's a lot of unjust bans out there, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's biased, but the biasness was to actually care about how they were banning, if that makes sense.
I think the level of probably discussion that went into it doesn't go into that with everybody. I think that's pretty obvious. So I think that's probably, but in Smash in general, it's not a particular community, just in general, it's hard to have governing bodies when, every other day I'm just seeing a fucking GoFundMe go up. You know what I mean? Fucking fill out a job application before you decide something. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too much into that, but yeah, year ban for Mang0. Could be shorter, could be longer. We'll see. He said the TOs probably didn't make an official statement on it simply because they didn't want the harassment, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? Social media is a rough place, but if you're gonna have the responsibility of like, you know, quote unquote leading, you know, nigga lead.
To come with it.
Yeah, lead. I don't know. But
Is that how that works?
what do you mean?
Is that how we look at TOs as leaders?
Well, I mean, they're leading the event, which means they're
the ones that allow and don't allow people at their events.
I mean, I'm not saying like leader, like, yeah, lead us to glory. Like, no, I'm just saying like
maybe for TOs, there's some justification in that, but I just feel like, in my honest opinion, there's so much shit that happens that like it's very unfortunate, but it's really not any of our fucking business. So I don't know. I just like it's really not like for TOs, I guess you can make a fair argument for that, but like if Mang0 gets banned, I'm just like, I mean, he gets banned or he like. The problem is if you see him there, right? If they discussed an in private ban and he has to deal with those consequences, then I mean, it ain't my fucking business. It's not going to change my day anyway or not, you know? It's his consequences. I'm just so tired of people on Twitter being in other people's business. Like it's just there's nothing to do with us.
That's fair. I'm not one to pry. And I actually like one of his statements he made on that stream too. He's like, you know, anybody ask me to post receipts of what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, it's like I don't have to prove anything to you. Like I'm not worried about you. And I like that. I actually like that statement a lot.
I also don't look at TOs as leaders. I look at TOs as people who do shit for our community. Because
maybe that was really the wrong word. I just meant they're in charge of the event.
No, it's just on the comment of like, you know, like people like they have a responsibility to put things out. I really don't think they do. I feel like people put a lot of stuff on TOs when the reality of it is TOs make events for us players to have an opportunity to do what we do. And then when some shit happens in the community, we expect them to like take on a role they never asked to take on. They're already doing us a favor by giving us somewhere to play.
You know what? I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Yeah.
That's the other issue is that like we don't got a real like foundation for a leader or like someone to like actually make decisions like that.
We don't need one. We have
but like
law.
That's the thing is like but that's the thing is like a law is not going to tell you like, yeah, this person is not allowed to be at this event for this long. And so people start to take the role for themselves and start to like see themselves as leader. Like, oh, I don't want him at this event. I don't want him in our community anymore. I do want him in our community. He's cool. And like people just make their own decisions for what they really want. And that's when it becomes like a real gray area because we don't know how to make the decision. No one knows how to make the decision because they're not following like an actual rule.
That's why I think if the TO decides they can handle it with Mang0 privately and not have to make a public statement about it, I think it's fine, you know?
Right.
Another thing that happens, it's like I said, Mang0 is a clear bias special case, but a majority of the people that get banned, you hear about them for like 2 days because they're like, they can just be like local players or stuff. And a lot of them get banned because they do things wrong, but a lot of them get banned because their TO doesn't want to deal with it. So they just ban the person. And that's a real thing. And I kind of don't blame, it's fucked up, but I don't blame some TOs for that because they don't want this responsibility.
Well, hold on now. You don't want to be banning people willy-nilly now. Like niggas are getting sued. I don't know if we saw that.
No, I'm not saying that they deserve to get banned for nothing. What I'm saying is I understand some TOs I'm not justifying. I fucking hate that they do it, but I understand that they do that shit because why is there suddenly their responsibility? They just want to hold a local event, you know? They don't give a fuck, you know?
Okay.
It's just fair. There's just a lot of it that doesn't make any sense.
Like so I always put it in the context of like there's different levels of TOs. Like there are the chill TOs, I think just like are super chill, like your Bobacks, your Scott from Port Priority, you know what I'm saying? Like any of the Mexico TOs, like just a ton. Kiki, like there's a ton. I can't name all of them because you guys know who you are. You know I fuck with you. But then there are some quote unquote TOs who do power trip. I'm not gonna say any names.
Yes,
I've seen enough DMs. I've heard enough conversations. Some of these niggas power trip, and they clearly want to be authoritative figures. Period. Not just beyond. I mean, not just at their event.
A lot of our opportunities in the Smash community have been lost to power tripping per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
this at the same time where I'm like, I don't think TOs should have to take on these responsibilities. I also think you have no right to take on these responsibilities because you're just a fucking person hosting an event. If you don't want something happening on your event, that's cool. But like, it's just, there's just so much areas to cover that I don't think a TO is responsible enough for, if that
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you happen to be somebody in a position where you're doing good stuff for the community, let me tell you something. We appreciate that. And you are appreciated and revered. Okay. But you don't ever want to go on some sort of power trip. Okay. And maybe you're getting those urges to power trip and get a little out of control because you can't handle yourself. Well, guess what, friends? We got somebody for you. Our friends over at BetterHelp, let me tell you, they're here to help you stop all that power tripping and get it together, okay? Because this episode of Lights Out is presented by our friends at BetterHelp. The workplace is stress, okay? It's one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. Oh my God, I can't imagine. You know, the work you got to do to be a TO, it's crazy to battle stress. Most of us, we can't just wave goodbye to work. I mean, most of you niggas can't get a job. But listen, for the ones that can, okay? You got to put the focus on your wellness, all right? Like for me, a daily walk, you know, going to the gym, it keeps me well. It keeps me focused, okay? A holiday is great, but it isn't a long-term solution to that stress, okay? You can't just run away from it. Don't forget that therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the work day, or any day for that matter, might bring you. I've been using BetterHelp for quite a while now, chat, and as you can see, I've been the beacon of consistency, okay? I'm so consistent, you should give me your Twitch Prime subs. It's crazy the way that works out, I know. Listen, there are over 33,000 therapists on BetterHelp. It's the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. You know how many 5 million is? It's a lot.
5 million.
Exactly. And it works, okay? With the app having a store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. Those can't all be bots, okay? It's authentic out here. And it's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time, okay? We never pressure you, baby. If you want to move on, you can move on. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Wow, unbelievable. It's like a Smash Brothers roster. Diverse, okay? Unwind from work with BetterHelp. And guess what? If you're a listener of Lights Out, your first month of BetterHelp, you get 10% off, okay? Go over to betterhelp.com/lightsout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lightsout. We'll see you there. Love it. Love it.
You know how much 5 million is? It's a century.
It's a lot of people, bro. But wait,
5 million. If 5 million people give me $1, I'm all set. It's not a lot for you. Stop being selfish.
I kind of agree with you. It works out quite well. It works out quite well. But yeah, man, I'm excited for things to come and all this great news that we have just unfolding. But you know, we talk a lot of Smash here. We talk games and just chill and vibe and stuff like that. But I actually want to pick your guys' brain about something that's not gaming related. Okay.
Is it Superman?
It is. I'm a bit of a movie buff, so I thought it might be fun to discuss Superman. Did you guys see it yet?
Yes. Did you watch it, Cosmos?
No.
Is it out in Mexico?
No, probably.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it is.
Do you leave your house?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
You don't like?
I actually went out the other day.
You don't like movies?
I'm honestly not a DC person. I'll be honest.
I was gonna judge him on leaving the house, but I'm fat. He's not. So
true. He's in great shape. Sit down. Sit this one out.
He's in amazing shape.
There you go.
That's crazy. Yeah. Are you a Marvel guy?
Yeah, I am.
So you're gonna see Fantastic Four then? Wait, why don't we see that when we're at Smash Factor?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if those movie theaters are safe. No, I'm kidding.
What the heck?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's crazy. Well, let's talk Superman, because Cosmos isn't gonna care for some spoilers. But what did you think of the movie? I thought it was
okay.
I'll let you go first.
Let me just say,
yeah.
Talking about DC, I have always carried the thought that DC movies are terrible, but if you ever watch a DC animated movie, they are peak. Like, they have been peak for a long time now.
I hear that.
If people watch the Flashpoint Paradox, the Flashpoint Paradox I can't think of the word. Anyway, the sequence of movies that happened that ended in like 2021,
Mhm.
all peak. Focused on the Bat family a lot. Showed a lot of good stuff. You know, it was some of the first real stuff we got on like Damian Wayne, which is Batman's son. And you know, I like Marvel MCU, but I'm gonna be real with you. Other than like Spider-Man, I don't give a fuck about Marvel characters. Like, I don't think Marvel characters are nearly as interesting as DC characters.
Interesting.
Other than like Spider-Man.
Okay.
But like, again, that's also because of movies for me, right?
Mhm.
Like, I like Spider-Man cartoons, but I don't like Marvel cartoons. I don't like Marvel like comics, any of that. I'm not big on Marvel. I think DC is honestly far better if you take it out like movies, right? So watching the Superman movie and seeing the trailer, I actually had high expectations and it was really good. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know why they've like never done a recent time movie with Lex Luthor in it. I feel like they were just missing not doing Lex Luthor, like always skipping to like Zod. It's like, why is Zod here before like the guy who lives in the same city as Superman? Like, you know, it doesn't even make a lot of sense. So it was really cool. Seeing Crypto was also big for me too, because I love Crypto. So no, and not an extremely crazy plot, but they said it in like the verse, like they said it as if the verse was already created with like 2 or 3 years of experience into the verse.
Yeah.
So like, as someone who like gets a good amount of the verse, it was really nice seeing that unfold.
Yeah, I actually have an opposite opinion about like the DC and Marvel. I find Marvel characters more interesting than DC, but you know, if you're influenced by just simply movies, live action, animated, I see that. I've read a good amount of comics in my day too, so but more Marvel than DC, so I'm probably a little bit biased on that. But either way, I enjoy both brands. For me, the Superman movie, it was good. It was good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It was definitely a James Gunn movie. There was a lot of humor in there. I felt sometimes it undercut some of the more serious, like I really like. There's like the reason I really like the older Superman movies and like the Dark Knight trilogy is like I really like comic book movies with like a really serious and gritty tone to it. But I can appreciate that for this movie, they were thinking, let's bring Superman back to a lighthearted, feel-good movie. And for what they did, I thought they did an excellent job with that. There were some moments I thought could have been met with like a better, more seriousness, like, you know, that scene where because Lois and Clark didn't get as many interactions as I wanted, but that one scene where they're sitting in the apartment and they're having like a real talk after they had that like little fight earlier. But you just see like the Justice Gang like fighting in the background, like in a comical fashion, that big imp thing or whatever. So I thought that was like, that could have been like, we could have done without that. But it was good. I thought it had a good runtime. I thought Crypto, at points I loved him, points I was just like, you know, this dog seems like a really big focal point here. But it was kind of a means to an end. So I understand what they were doing with that. And I thought Guy Gardner was great. Nathan Fillion is a fantastic actor. If you guys have never seen Firefly, I recommend. He's a fantastic
Guy Gardner
actor.
was surprising because I hate Guy Gardner.
But he was so in the comics, but he was so good in this. Like he was fantastic. I liked Hawk Girl a lot. And then Mr. Terrific, that's his name, right? Mr. Terrific?
Yes.
Yeah, he stole the show. He was one of the people who stole the show. So it was interesting seeing Superman kind of almost like undercut in his own movie. But I understood it because it's like, okay, we're in a point where it's where this is the beginning of this. He's only 3 years into this. He's not a veteran by any means. He's still figuring it out, and I think that's really good. We're seeing that.
Well, so, the reality of it is like, I actually think Superman movies have to be more lighthearted. It's kind of like the Thor movie, like Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder, I wasn't a big fan of, but there was a lot of comedy to it and a lot of not problem solving. But you kind of have to do that with Thor, and you kind of have to do that with Superman because they're both very overtuned heroes that if they're serious, it's just over. like they don't really have problems if they're just serious, you know? Especially Superman. Superman is like peak hero, but like the dude is so overtuned, it's ridiculous, you know? So like I do think you need to have that stuff. I do agree with the Lois Lane scene. That definitely didn't need that, but I don't think I felt that way about the majority of the movie. Like it was serious what it needed to be. Like when they entered the pocket universe.
That
and,
was
like,
great.
He's like,
I loved everything about that.
Yeah, that was really great. The effect that Kryptonite had on him was insane to me. Like that was pretty dramatic, you know. Like there's a lot of projects where it's like, oh, he's weaker, but that dude was getting like insta kryptonite poisoning.
Yeah, that was cool.
You know?
I think that made a lot of sense too. But yeah, like I said, overall, I like the movie. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10 for sure. Strong 7.5 out of 10 for me. I'm a little harsh on movies, but I really did enjoy that effort. My point to Crypto though is like where some points I loved him and some points I was like, come on, is like the end of the movie where Lex and Superman having that big showdown, like that big like verbal face off. And I thought that was so good. And I was looking forward to Lex having a good rebuttal to what Superman said. And then like Crypto just flies in and just bites him. And I'm just like, come on, we didn't need that. So
here's the thing. I actually find it interesting because I didn't like, we were talking, me and I think Clive were talking about this. Clive going up to Luthor and immediately being like, I'm human too, and stuff like this. I felt like that was very not, I don't think that scene should have happened at all. I don't think that's in Superman's character. I think Superman's character is just to be like, Lex is on some bullshit yet again. I'm not going to vent to Lex Luthor. Like, I'm just going to do what I do, you know?
Well, see, you're saying on some bullshit again. This is their first kind of encounter at that level.
No,
right?
No. It's not their first encounter. It's implied that he's dealt with Lex because that's why Lex knows his every move, and that's how Lex cloned him.
But I thought Lex was just following him in secret to do that.
No,
not that they're having
Lex
direct conflict.
Lex is just always a public Superman hater. Like he's just never in secret. Okay. Maybe it was in character for Superman, but I just felt like he usually just like, I feel like he usually lectures Lex more than vents to Lex, if that makes sense.
I think that maybe because it is still like a very early Superman, we're only in like year 3. And I think it was kind of like to put a bow on the humanization of the character because of the scene before where he had been healing with his parents and he had that deep talk with his dad, which I really enjoyed. I liked Mom and Paul Kent in this. So I think that was kind of to put a bow on that. And then you saw, of course, the ending where he switched from Jor-El and the other chick to like his human parents at the end. So I think like it was kind of like a sequence to why that was the case. And I liked it.
I'll take year 3 Superman over year 2 Batman movie any day. I fucking hated that Batman movie.
I don't understand. That movie was Chris. It was like 20 minutes too long, but it was Chris.
Yeah, bro. Your Batman in year 2 knocks on fucking doors. Good for you. Like, bro, that movie was shit, bro. I'm sorry. I hated that movie.
So you're not looking forward to the second one?
No, I need a new Batman. I don't need this emo piece of shit. Like
they're casting a new Batman for this DCU. It's not gonna be the same guy.
Thank God.
Yeah, they're casting their own one for Brave and the Bold. Okay.
I will say, because you rate it as a 7 or 7.5 out of 10 as a standalone movie. Yeah. When I compare it to Marvel standalone movies, I'd say it's also a 7 or 8. I don't think standalone movies in Marvel were ever like, people are a lot more judgmental on Marvel movies today because they look at the past, but the reality of it is standalone movies for Marvel have never been that incredible. Just a select few have. It's usually their Avengers movies and some standalone movies that are great, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor Ragnarok, The Winter Soldier. Those are all like amazing standalones. But then there's Thor Dark World, the first Captain America, which some people hate. I like it, but a lot of people hate it. Just movies like that.
I like Dark World.
I don't hate Dark World either.
I thought the character growth was fantastic for Loki.
Yes, I don't like that movie either, but it's a consensus that the majority of people hate those movies. You know?
They don't know.
So yeah, I do think like as a standalone and the start of their new universe, this was a very good Superman movie.
Good effort. Agreed. I'll agree with you there. Did either of you see Jurassic Park Rebirth? Okay. Well, Kyle's is just sitting here listening to this.
Let me know when you're ready to jump to another topic.
Okay.
Them NBA drafts being crazy.
Okay. Just real quick. Jurassic Rebirth should have been titled Jurassic World Afterbirth. That movie was cinematic excrement, and it's still going to make $1 billion. Crazy.
Have you watched every Jurassic Park?
Yes.
So
I watched 1 through 3, and then the other 3.
So you might judge me a little. I got into Jurassic Park this year, and I've kind of been watching it like in different orders, like not in order. but it's because my girlfriend likes like she doesn't like Jurassic Park 2, right? So like she didn't really
like the original trilogy, or the
she loved the original trilogy. She loves 1 and 3.
1 and 3 are,
like
I order it 1 best, 3, and then 2.
Yeah, so but I thought 2 was good so far. I like the actor who's the main character. Yeah, but like I haven't really been watching in order. I've watched like 1 part of 2, 3, and then the first Jurassic World. Okay. So I'm gonna go back, but it's I'll say that so far my favorite character has definitely been I can't think of his name. Dude who plays Star-Lord.
Oh, Chris Evans. Or Chris
Chris
Pratt?
Can't think of his name. Chris Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt was definitely my favorite in Jurassic World 1, but I gotta watch the other ones. I don't know.
Yeah, World I think is really, really good. I think Fallen Kingdom and Dominion are definitely a step down, but they do what this movie didn't do, which is just give you dinosaurs fucking killing and just chasing and being violent. This new movie, I don't know, if you don't include the helicopter people at the end, 4 people died in this movie. That's it. You got some random DEI family that they just find who are in waters that they should not be in. And like, it's just like, and it's got a good cast. Scarlett Johansson is an amazing actress, completely wasted. She doesn't know what she wants to be, like a tough, money hungry mercenary or like somebody with like this fluttering change of heart. And then Mahershala Ali, another great actor, like this, they gave him nothing to work. I couldn't believe it. I was just like watching this movie. And then that boyfriend too. Oh my god!
Oh, bro, I wanted Xavier. Yeah, I wanted Xavier to die minute 1.
Oh god, I could not stay. I'm not gonna get started on that. But that movie sucked. But it's still gonna make $1 billion. Though. What's up?
You know
Cosmos?
what is crazy?
Talk to me.
Is that the Demon Slayer movie came out in Japan.
Ooh.
And it did better than the first Demon Slayer movie. So I can't wait for that to come to the States and watch that.
Movies have been pretty good lately. Can't lie.
Yeah, there's been a couple. I still want to see that F1 movie, but yeah, there's been some bangers for sure.
Oh my god, what's his name again? I fucking love that actor.
Brad Pitt.
The black dude.
Mahershala Ali?
Is that his name?
Are you trying to imitate him now?
No, Damon Idris. Damon Idris is an amazing actor. Wait, what the fuck? I don't know what happened.
I think it's telling us to end this episode. So
okay, well, I'm just gonna say it because I'm blacked out. Damon Idris is an amazing actor, and if you've never watched Snowfall, you should watch Snowfall.
All right. Well, you already know Big Phil has no problem when it comes to the snow, because if it ain't snowing, I'm often not going. All right.
It's about you, Phil.
All about the snow bunnies.
There you go.
It's about you, Phil. It's about black people in LA.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like that feels way more incriminating, the fact that he's blacked out and you can't see him say.
Like, say the N-word with the hard R.
And make sure there's 2 R's.
All right. That'll do it, folks. Thanks for watching another great episode of Lights Out. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Why am I so dark?